Hello, welcome back everyone. It is now June 24th of 2021. Now, here we are, it's pretty much the middle of this year. We're getting closer to the release of the Book of Boba Fett by this December, which, by the way, is going to set up a lot of new Star Wars TV shows out there for the future that's really going to give fans a very interesting angle to the Star Wars franchise. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Also, make sure to check me out at Mike01 on Twitter if you would like to. Now, when we go ahead and take a look at Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni and what they're up to, they're working on multiple TV shows. We're talking about shows such as the Ahsoka series. They are also working on the Mandalorian Season 3 and 4 back-to-back, the Book of Boba Fett, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. That is just the beginning of what's to come for the future of the Star Wars universe, right? So given that George Lucas is actually working hand in hand with Jon and Dave to really fulfill Star Wars, to bring back a lot of Star Wars legends and throw it back into the actual Disney canon to work in its own way, that's one exciting aspect, I will agree. That's one major aspect that's going to give the fans a lot to look forward to. So, when we go ahead and see what Jon Favreau has been up to, he's been working heavily on the Book of Boba Fett. That's pretty much entering into post-production right now. That's also going to be a major TV show that's going to have a lot of different revelations to some of the legacy characters that we all know and love. So, we're going to be getting more details on that show by the end of this summer. So, keep your eyes open for, I would say, around August to early September at the latest. So, with that being said, the thing that really is all the more interesting has everything to do with creator Jon Favreau. Alright, so Jon Favreau, given that now both Jon and Dave are beginning to finish the Book of Boba Fett, it's described that they are beginning to move on to the Ahsoka series starring Rosario Dawson. Now, it's described, however, that many changes have been happening behind the scenes over at Lucasfilm between Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. It said that just recently Jon Favreau fired a Star Wars director that was attached to one of the episodes for the Ahsoka series that is set to begin filming in early 2022. Now, this director is said to have had ties with Kathleen Kennedy and was falling into creative differences with Jon Favreau on how Anakin Skywalker should be used in the series. This director is said to have been pushing for the idea for Anakin Skywalker to be written out, or cancelled if you will, from the Ahsoka show, that both Jon and Dave were having big issues with, of course, for this demand from the director attached to the major episode for the Ahsoka series, which Dave Filoni is currently working on heavily right now. Now, so far, Jon and Dave have a total of 5 directors attached to the project that will work with Jon and Dave. However, this one in particular was recently let go from the series due to the conflict of using Anakin Skywalker in an episode that is set to involve the netherworld of the Force. Now, keep in mind, this entire idea is rooted to J.J. Abrams. J.J. Abrams originally wanted the netherworld to appear in Episode 9. Kathleen Kennedy would not allow it. Moving on. Now, Anakin Skywalker is set to get a major redesign in the Ahsoka series and will be portrayed by actor Hayden Christensen, who is said to have 3 major scenes in the series that will take fans by surprise. The director that was fired is said to no longer be involved with Star Wars at all, period, as of right now, and was also originally set up to become a director for the Acolyte series during its early stages. Very interesting development. Now, the thing that I think takes a lot of fans by surprise is why would a director like this even be attached to a show like the Ahsoka series in the beginning, right from the get-go? That really does make you think, right? Why in the world would somebody be attached to a show like this if Jon and Dave wanted nobody attached to it that's rooted with Kathleen Kennedy? Well, this most likely stems from when the Ahsoka series was being put together in its early stages back in early 2020, before Kathleen Kennedy lost her creative power. So it makes a lot of sense, because that's when they were setting up all their writers and their directors for different TV shows out there and the like. So here's the other aspect that I believe a lot of fans are really going to find very surprising, is that Anakin Skywalker in this series is going to get a major redesign. Now, we're not quite sure exactly what that means as of yet. It could very well mean that he's going to look perhaps a little bit older. Maybe they're going to change his hairstyle and his outfit. It could be something as simple as that. But nonetheless, Anakin is indeed coming back for the Ahsoka Tano series. Hayden Christensen, it's going to be considered his second return into the Star Wars universe. So basically, first it's Kenobi, then it's going to be the Ahsoka Tano series, and he's also attached to another Star Wars project that is said to be in animated form. We're still not quite sure what that's going to be, but it is going to be announced by this fall, so keep your eyes open for that and look forward to November to December, right around there. I want to focus on this very, very crucial moment right now, is that Jon Favreau is really changing Lucasfilm. It really seems as if he is cleaning house over at Lucasfilm. I mean, this director in particular did not want Anakin to be used in the series, did not want Anakin Skywalker to steal the limelight from some of the characters, and this seems to be a common trend of directors and/or writers that are more sided with Kathleen Kennedy. I'm sure that you guys, saw what Leslye Headland had to say just the other day about the Acolyte series, and to me, guys, it's just not looking good. It doesn't really sound all that much appealing. Sure, on paper it may sound intriguing with the rise of dark side powers and how it's going to be basically a thriller mystery type of Star Wars story. But when we look at who's attached, we have Kennedy and Leslye attached, and they're pushing these agendas in the show. It's just not going to work. So I really do have to applaud Jon Favreau for making this big decision to actually go ahead and decide to bring somebody else into the Star Wars universe. They are actually seeking a new director to take this director's place, to take care of that crucial moment in which Anakin Skywalker is going to actually debut within the netherworld of the Force. Now, like I said just a couple of minutes ago, this was an original idea by JJ, and both Jon and JJ, they've actually had discussions before in the past about using material from the sequels and kind of throwing it into TV shows. Now, one of the older concepts, both from Colin Trevorrow and JJ, was about the netherworld of the Force, and we're going to see that in full-on action in the Ahsoka series. So this is basically where all the Force ghosts reside, where they actually really are. And it does have a deep connection to the Worlds Between Worlds that's going to be more so explained in this show, come mid or late 2022 or 23 in the early months. They're trying to figure out exactly when they want to drop this new series. Obviously, it's not going to be early 2022, that's when they're going to begin filming, but it's looking more and more likely to be late 22 to early 23. So like I've said before, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.